I'm going to go over a couple of tickers starting with Tesla. We ended the day at $445.17, up 1.27%. This is where we are to the north side. 2 standard deviations takes us to roughly 455.04. Above that, 460.69, and down the road, 466.59 to the south side. 443.67 is the median for Wednesday. I'll mark that out. Below that takes us to roughly 432.48. This gap closes at 429.98. 426.64 at -3 standard deviations, and at -4 standard deviations, that would take us to 420.98. We could touch this gap by Thursday. And the RSI on the 5 is going down, still selling off, but we could sell off, but we're at a critical area where I think there could be a rebound soon. But we could get slammed down, touch this, and then bounce back up. We are in a downward channel on the 5 still, and looking left, you can see this is a clear buy signal, and then we hit resistance, moved on up, could not close out this gap. So this gap is still in play to the upside, and this is also support, and on the way up resistance, resistance, fell down, and then we hit resistance again, and then close to this area, and then started chopping sideways. Now, it says Tesla is launching the Cybercab robotaxi to expand its ride-hailing network while facing challenges in electric vehicle sales. Analysts see Tesla as a top player in AI and robotics. Let's flip this over to the daily and see what is happening. Ignore all these vertical lines and even the horizontal ones because I draw out support and resistance. But the RSI is turning up. Got plenty of room to move before we hit a wall. And the channel to the north side at 2 standard deviations takes us to 524.94, and to the south side 401.05, and we have many gaps still to fill to the downside. The 1-year price target on this is, well, it says we're going down to $400, down almost 10%. And then some people think we're going to go down to 120. I don't know about that. Maybe if there was a split, not that we get bamboozled or there's a massive rug pull. I don't think so. And then to the upside, $600. Now let me look at just the RSI and see what it is telling us. Selling off, still going down. And on the monthly, where I like to troll, it is turning up. And what happened over here? Look, we sold off, going down, hit a critical area, went down also. It's hard to see here. But there is one thing I want to clean up, which is this gap touched. That was an expected move. And this is on the monthly. Oh, wait. Let me just flip this to the daily because it's all going to get wonky if you clean up the chart on different time frames. So this gap, 453.98, is done. So congrats if you went long after bleeding out. 453.98. And then this one touched 391, but I forgot to remove that. That tells me it's played out. And then this one, let me go to the, let's go to the hour and then clean this up. Okay, that looks good. What is happening with this one? Okay, touched right there. Hopefully this will not to be too far off on the, now let's go to the 30 and clean it up. See, that is off, so there. This one is still in play to 468.26. This one touched right here. Yeah, it's been a long time since I did a video on this where I cleaned everything up. Let's just give that a win right there at 396.40. So congrats if you bought down here when we were bleeding out. Let's just move this along. Let's go to the 5. What? Just a second. I just want to make sure. Okay, that's gotta grab that in the, oh, yep, that's done. And that gap is done, 357. And that one is done right there. Trader Marat was saying he thought this was a buying opportunity when he sent me a message, and that price was at 337.42, so congrats. To Marat and others who bought down here. It's been a long time since I have purchased this. I am in, let's see, I bought it 137, 165, 112.25, and I trade TSLY, and there was a split, an 8-for-1. So now instead of Tsla staying around the $7-8 range, it's now like 30 bucks. So I'm not trading that as often, but I am in that trade for sure. Okay, what else is happening here? Okay, this is done. That started at 418, took us down to 396.59. And this one, oops. That touched also, took us down to 430.19. All right, now this is looking a lot cleaner. So this, again, is still in play, so that is going to be our next target, and we can definitely hit that on, let's see, I switched over to the 5. Oh, see, on the 5, oh, there we are. Yeah, we tickled it, but we didn't touch it. Now, on the 5, we are going down, but I'm expecting a turnaround, so I don't think this will fill on Wednesday, but it will touch it, is my guesstimate. All right, that is a look at Tsla. Now let's show you a trade I took today. Msos, an ETF, a cannabis ETF. We ended the day at 374, up 3.31%. I sold out at 5.26% gain. A gain, I should say. Let me just mark this, 374. So we ended here, the market closed, but really we're up here. It just, the chart didn't catch up. All right, here are your price targets for Wednesday to the north side. Actually, this is still off. I don't like that. Okay. Resistance, a take profit area at 389. Don't hold your breath for 399 and 409. Okay. And to the south side, the middle of the trend at 368. Below that, 347, 337, ignore all the horizontal lines, 326 for a potential buy-in, potential stop loss area. I sold out of my lot here, here, and here. I've traded this thing so many times. Okay. And I traded up here for a 0.82% return just to get out of the trade. But if you stay in long term, I could have made definitely more money. Here was a 5.5% return, 2.26. And let's see, the other thing I want to go over is the bottom of the leaderboard here. Let's go over Ferguson Enterprise at 226.02 very quickly. All right, the middle of the trend takes us to 232.07. That's resistance. And then above that, 240.68, 245.13, 249.35 down the road. Just giving you a window. And that's going to be taking us eventually to 244.80. The 1 year price target is 263.41, a 16% return from where we are. Yeah, it's been a while since I've looked at this one. Let's take a look at this on the daily. And look at this. So I tracked it in September of 2024 at 196. And we have a gap. It went up, we gapped up, which means we will fill to the downside. And unfortunately, right now we're in an upward channel on the 5, but this will take us down, down, down to 183.72 for a pullback. Why do I have this in red? I'll look at it later. And this is a gap that filled to the downside. Again, this is on the daily. I'll clean this up later. And then this took us to 204. Just one of a couple of gaps I was tracking that closed. And we have a gap here. Ooh. Oh, and that closed already. That took us up to 216.73. The RSI, let's see, going down, has not turned around, but it will eventually probably roll over and then go back up. That's the daily. You're going to get different buy and sell signals on the monthly, so check that out. And then at the top of the leaderboard is Newmont Corporation. Just very quickly, I'll go over that too and then be done here. 94.09 is where we ended. Oh, this is the daily. Okay, the range on the daily takes us to 110. Now let's go to the 5. You're going to get different buy and sell signals. See how that was off? That was for the daily. So now I'm going to fix this because I like to mark everything on the 5. All right, resistance, and we are overbought up here. So watch out for that. Okay, one level above this will be 95.12 if we get there, and 96.12 if we possibly wick up to that level, and then you know what's going to happen. if we touch that level. It will sell off. 92.09 is support, potential take profit area, potential stop loss area, retracement back to 90.04, 89.05, and down the road 88.01. A buy in here, that's the buy signal. Oh, and we have a gap that will take us down to 89.28. I don't know when it's going to fill, but it will fill. You can count on that. So let me mark that to 89.29-ish. Okay, this is your buy signal. Resistance went through, grinding our way up, and now we're at another level of resistance. So I will anticipate a sell-off. This is resistance, resistance, take profit, and then down here, support on the way down, and then we bounced up. And then we have another gap that will bleed out to 86.51 for another pullback. Okay, let me mark that. Let's tidy this up. There we go. So that will take us down to roughly 86.46. All right, that does it for me. That is a look at, what did I start with? Now I don't even remember. Oh, Tsla, NEM, and FERG. If there is a ticker you'd like me to go over, please let me know, and have a great trading day.